Hi, viewers of Nama Maduram. Today is World Music Day as well as World Yoga Day. 21st June is a very special day where yoga and music both are celebrated. I'm Dr. Aruna Sri. I have done my research in integrating music to therapeutic approaches, other therapeutic approaches. As a music as a therapy is customized and integrated to other holistic self-development approaches. And I have devised a methodology called HSD methodology for specially implementing Indian music as a therapeutic tool. In this special episode on Yoga Day, I'm going to share with you how music can be fruitfully integrated with yoga. In my first project, my research started to find out what are the challenges faced by music therapy in India and what is the special customization we have to do with Indian classical music and Indian music in general to implement it in therapeutic communities. So there are several challenges that are being faced in India. Still, this therapy is in a nascent stage. When I did my research, the first group which I worked with, they were a set of ladies who were doing yoga as a therapy for them. As a therapy for mental and physical well-being, because when they come for this yoga therapy sessions, they connect with each other and they find that connection giving them with a lot of happiness. So, but they were finding a big challenge in doing yoga regularly. Whenever they came together to do yoga, their group head told me that they just get into some kind of talk. They play filmy songs and they get into some kind of talk about that film, and then the actors and the whole talk gets diverted and they are not focusing on their body. Actually, the principle of yoga is you have to take your attention to that part of the body. When you're making that movement, you're bringing some kind of contraction in the muscles in that place, and when that contraction happens, our consciousness goes to that place, our mind goes to that place, and we are focusing on that place, and that's how the healing happens. So if we want to use yoga for healing, first of all we need to take our focus inside the body. So she was telling that this basic principle is being violated in our group because we are actually getting diverted. So can you give us some music which helps us in focusing our attention while doing yoga? But it is somewhat entertaining also. So I composed some music, and for 75 minutes I made a CD for them. It's a customized CD. Every music was selected. While it was being selected, I was consulting with them, and only the raga was selected. Like some raga, like the raga Bhim Palasi or the Aberi, is very helpful in improving our flexibility, thought flexibility, mind flexibility, or body flexibility also. So this kind of choices were made, and the raga Hamsanandi, it actually, if a person in our group is having some negative attitude, this raga will make them come out of that negative attitude and change the thought process. Like we need a change of thought, some thoughts keep coming in cyclic manner. So these kind of principles were taken into account. The raga was chosen by me, and the lyrics was chosen according to their language choice. They were mostly Hindi speaking and multilingual people, so I was choosing Sanskrit and Hindi shlokas, Hindi songs and Sanskrit shlokas, and the language was according to their choice. Only ragas were my choice, and I was also timing every piece of music was timed to suit their movements and the exercises, the set of exercises. Initially they used to do a warm up. For that warm up, I selected some ragas, and that gives some fast music with very attractive shlokas and all. And secondly, next, when they move to Surya Namaskaram, there is a Surya mantra, like um, 12 mantras that we used a morning raga since their session is in the morning. Om Ram Mitraya Namaha, Om Hrim Ravaye Namaha, Om Hroom Suryaya Namaha, Om Hraim Bhanave Namaha, Om Hraum Khagaya Namaha, Om Hram Pushne Namaha, Om Hram Hiranyagarbhaya Namaha, Om Hrim Marichaye Namaha, Om Hum Adityaya Namaha, Om Hraim Savitre Namaha, Om Hraum Arkaya Namaha, Om Hram Bhaskaraya Namaha, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. This particular thing I had made it in such a duration, in such a slow pace that their movement and this particular shloka matches. This is the way I had made a customized CD for them for 75 minutes. So this is one. Next is I focused on a group which is a special children group. There are special children. There is a module of therapeutic module for special children. There, wherever there was a chance for integrating music as a therapeutic tool, I integrated. Then I also worked with de-addiction patients and also the convicts in jail in Tihar jail. In this way, what I did is when I was studying, I also found that in with de-addiction patients and the special children, I found that the caregiver is facing lot of challenges. As a caregiver, they undergo a lot of psychological pressure while taking care of these children, or even when in de-addiction setup, we come across a lot of narcissistic personality types. And in fact, the addict is almost a normal person, and the narcissistic person in their life is the reason for this person's addiction. So when we are actually forced to counsel the caregiver also, and devise some therapy for the caregiver also. For that, I devised a module called Swara Samyoga. The Swara Samyoga is a module which actually helps a person who is apparently normal, to have use music therapy for their own self development, for not letting their mental health deteriorate while taking care of a person who is suffering some kind of mental health. And this particular module is a confluence of music and yoga. Here we focus on the chakras, and the particular ragas are used, and some visualization and mudras are used for strengthening, like cleansing, energizing, and strengthening the chakras, and then propelling the healing energy to the crown chakra, and from there channelizing the energy to heal all the parts of the body. So this is how Swara Samyoga has been made, and this Swara Samyoga takes its authenticity from the musical grantha called the Sarangadeva's Sangeet Ratnakara and also Patanjali Yoga Sutras. The main principle behind Swara Samyoga is Thiram Sukham Asanam Heyam Dukham Anagatam Tapaha Swadhyaya Ishvara Pranidhana. It is yoga as basics. We need to do some yogic postures to stabilize our body. Then, Heyam Dukham Anagatam. We must focus on how we are going to counter the illness before it comes and attacks us. That is, we call it prevention is better than cure. Tapaha means it is difficult. Yes, it is difficult. It is not very entertaining. Yes, we need to do it, but we need to do it for our own good. Because bad things we get attracted. We automatically do. But good things we have to make some effort to do it regularly. That is called tapaha. Swadhyaya is self-introspection. When we are doing Swara Samyoga regularly, a person develops the capacity to do self introspection. So today we see in lot of videos with narcissistic personality disorder. It is being a blowing topic nowadays. Everybody is considering that this kind of person is there. You should run away for life. Okay, if there is a physical abuse, then yes, you need to quit the place. But there are grades of this kind of emotional abuse, and we need to see in really which grade we are facing, and accordingly we need to take action on our life. But mainly, if the caregiver or a person who is living with them, if they are doing the Swara Samyoga module, they will not lose their mind. They will not lose their own authenticity. They will be able to take control of their own lives, their own physical and mental well-being. That is the primary aim. So Swadhyaya is self-introspection. This particular personality disorder is coming because the person is not doing any self-introspection. The person is not ready to take feedback. The person is not ready to listen to any kind of opinion of others, which actually doesn't match with theirs, whatever they are thinking in their mind. They won't even tell their opinion. They'll be thinking something, and even if we speak something which is against their thought process, they will start firing on us. So this kind of personality disorder is a very big challenge in present society. So Swadhyaya is only the self-introspection is the only answer for this problem. To develop that, one can do this module. Tapaha Swadhyaya Ishvara Pranidhana. Because after doing all this also, we don't know how sincerely we have done, how many percentage of focus we have given. So finally, it all comes to we surrender to God to give us what we deserve after doing all this effort. So this is the basic principle behind this module. And this has been, after designing, this has been tested in clinical environment, like mainly the de-addiction center, where the behavior modification program, there is a behavior modification program called the therapeutic community model. And I have superimposed this with this therapeutic community model, and evolved this another system in music therapy called HST, Holistic Self-Development Model, which is suitable for integrating music therapy to other therapeutic approaches. This way, we are also saving time. We cannot, there are people who are undergoing several therapies. Now, we cannot ask them, you sit and listen to music. Mostly they don't sit and listen. So, we have tried our level best to integrate it to the other activities, because they can also listen to music, and the music has a therapeutic effect on them while they are undergoing another therapy also. This way, music therapy can be fruitfully integrated to be part of other therapy also, without interfering with that therapy. The idea of this research was making it, customizing it in such a way that it is growing parallel with that therapy. It is not interfering with the other therapy. So finally, how do we learn this Swara Samyoga? Sri Research Institute of Holistic Healthcare and Self-Development. We have our FB page. Please visit us. In that, we are regularly conducting workshops. We are regularly conducting online sessions also for teaching the Swara Samyoga. There is a level 1 and level 2. After you do level 1, when we assess your condition as a physical and mental condition of how healed, how cleansed you are, then the level 2 is also taught. So by practicing this regularly, you can evolve, and you can see better changes in your life. In this day of confluence of yoga and music, the World Yoga Day and Music Day, I wish you all a very healthy and happy life. Thank you to all viewers of Namo Madhuram.